Today's the 10th anniversary of soldier Lee Rigby's murder.
Yeah, the father of one who was killed brutally by a terrorist in South London.
Well, now his 12-year-old son, Jack was 2 then, he's now 12, has already raised £40,000 for the charity's Scotty's Little Soldiers, and that helps support bereaved military children.
I'm pleased to say we can talk now to the founder of Scotty's Little Soldiers, Nikki Scott. Very good morning to you, Nikki. Look, a fantastic achievement, the £40,000, but a terribly sad milestone today, and I suppose the big motivation behind it all.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's amazing to see where Jack is today, and he's been a member of Scottys since he was 2, and we'll continue to support him, right up to the age of 25. So we're very much a military community for the bereaved families. But it's amazing that he came to us and he said, I want to do some fundraising. I want to do my marathon. I want to do something positive because I know people are going to be talking about my dad at this time. And I just want to put a bit of positivity out there, which is so mature for a 12-year-old lad to say. So yeah, we're very proud of Jack here.
What's lovely is that 10 years on, through his lad, now 12, Lee's memory continues to mean something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what we talk about at Scotty's with the children and young people. It's not just we're here to support them emotionally, with all the challenges, as they go through childhood. This never goes away, does it? When you experience the death of a parent, it's there forever. So we're there to support them whenever those tough times come. But actually, we're there also to help them, realise you can celebrate your parents' death. You can celebrate their memory and do things to keep their memory alive. It's so important we keep talking about them and they're still a part of their life.
I know, Nikki, we're using Lee and Lee's memory and Lee's anniversary as a peg for all of this. But tell us about the people no one ever talks about, the bereaved military children, their dads or their mums go out to work and don't come back.
Yeah, I mean, Scotty's is supporting just over 600 bereaved military children right now, but there's so many more out there that don't yet know about us, which is, Jack's also helping with that. He's not just raising money, he's helping to raise the profile so that, if there's a bereaved military child, they can come forward and speak to us. It's so hard to find some, especially the older ones. But yeah, it's about, I know, for example, my husband was killed in Afghanistan in 2009, that, saw our 2 children, there was limited support. So I think it's just about, helping them. You don't just experience the death of your parent, you're also living in that military community. So then you have to move home, change schools, make new friends. There's so many secondary losses that go with it. So to be able to join Scotty's and become a community again is really important for those children.
Goodness. Thank you for shining a light on that. I mean, I'm sorry for your loss as well and for your kids' loss.
I just wanted to know from you, Nikki, when you were told about the death of your husband, how was that relayed to you? Because that just must be the most awful thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's that nightmare. I think every for me, an army wife, I think it's that you never think it's going to be you, so you never quite believe it, and you have so much to think about and deal with on top of trying to come to terms with that Lee's never going to come home. You just never think it's going to be you. But actually, for me, the first thing and worst thing I could think of is how am I going to tell my 5-year-old son and my 7-month-old daughter she's going to have no memories. And that for me was the hardest thing. And I'm so proud that now Scotty's is here to be able to help support. We can't make it better, but we can definitely provide tools, guidance, and just a community so these families just never feel alone and forgotten.
And I love how you give your children, you give so many other children a role, a title, a regiment. They're known as Scotty's Little Soldiers. They are somebody, aren't they? They have a role.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, we call our 0 to 18-year-olds our Scotty members, and then our 18 to 25-year-olds our springboarders. And we've developed a council. So we have, so it's just about making sure that their voice is heard. We can be childhood bereavement experts, but actually, until you ask the children what they need, you never know that you're going to get it right. So it's all about listening to their voice and hearing what they need.
Well, I want to direct people, if they're moved by what you're saying, to your website, Scotty's Little Soldiers. Check it out, and they'll be able to support Jack and indeed the amazing work that you do. And I suppose, you know what, although that was probably the hardest thing you've ever had to do, telling your kids about your husband, I bet your kids helped you keep going.
Well, Nikki Scott,
a reason to get out
we
of
have to go, and all we do is salute you. Thank you.
Thank you so
very much indeed.